always been a big Who fan, so real glad to have this album. It's the Who Live at Leeds. I had this on CD. I think the CD, it was a special version of CD that had a lot of extra tracks that weren't on the album version. But I thought it'd be fun to own the album because it came with all this extra stuff here. As you see, as it folds out of the side pocket here. And what it really is just a lot of contracts and memos from back in the day from the Who. I saw this in the record store. I originally wasn't going to get this because, like I said, I already had the CD and listened to it like a billion times. But seeing all this extra stuff like this really was. I found this really interesting. So I thought, what the hell? They only wanted like $4 for it, and they're all falling all over the floor here. So I thought that was really cool. So I went ahead and picked it up and got the record. And it's one of my favorite live records, period. They captured the Who on a really good night, especially when they're jamming My Generation. They go into a whole jam. Pete Townshend's just wailing away on the guitar. He's messing around with these echo effects that you can hear bouncing out the back wall, back to the crowd. I mean, they do some, when they start to jam, they do some amazing stuff. As you can see here, there's a label. I think I had it upside down, didn't I? No, I didn't. I did it right for once. And so some great, I love the live version of Young Man's Blues and Substitute on here. Really good stuff. And yeah, the My Generation and Magic Bus, real good versions of that. My CD has live versions of some songs from the album Tommy on it, which this album does not have. But you know, like I said, I bought it for those extra things that they included in this collection. I thought it was pretty cool to have. I'm a big fan of the Who. That's like a classic live record, and really happy to have in the collection. Okay, moving on to another favorite band of mine, and this is, here we go again with the microphone. This gets really annoying. Alright, another favorite band of mine is Rush, and these were just albums just to complete my Rush vinyl collection. I got Grace Under Pressure. This came out in 1984. This was during that keyboard era of Rush, which some of the hardcore fans are not, it's not really their favorite, but for me, I found that time just as exciting as, you know, Moving Pictures and 2112. I really enjoyed the keyboard era of Rush. Some great songs on here was, you know, Distant Early Warning, The Enemy Within, and Red Sector A, Behind the Wheels. Some great music on here. Another song on here, Red Lenses, I really liked. Rush was moving into a different era, a different sound, which was kind of fun because the 80s was so heavy with the keyboards and synthesizer and drum machine. So I guess they were just trying to change with the times and kind of stir up the music a little bit. Like I said, a lot of the original fans just didn't appreciate that, but I actually found that era of Rush real exciting. Another record just to complete the collection, nice classic live record, Exit Stage Left from Rush. This was recorded during the Moving Pictures tour, and I had this on CD and cassette for so many years. This is the first time I've actually ever owned it on vinyl. I've actually tracked down several copies of this, but this was the first time I could actually find a decent copy that just wasn't beat up to hell. And I always dug that picture, all these images of past Rush albums, all kind of waiting backstage to go on there, like the chick from Permanent Waves, the Owl from, God, I can't remember the name of that album now. Geez, I'm just drawing a blank here on YouTube as always. All right, but anyway, it just featured images from past Rush albums. It was a good idea. So, and of course, there's the Moving Pictures. There's the guy from Hemispheres, and I can't remember where that album was from. And it's on the. I bet you I'll remember as soon as I turn the camera off. But for the life of me, I'm just drawing a blank right now. Okay, this next one is a bootleg, 2-record set. and it's from Peter Gabriel. It's called State of Mind. And this was recorded on November 11th, 1986 at Capitol Center in Largo, Maryland. So basically it's during the SO tour. And I got real excited when I saw this in the store. I was like, oh wow, I've never owned a Peter Gabriel bootleg on vinyl before. So I can't wait to get a hold of it. So I brought it home, hoping it would be a soundboard recording. It turns out it is a audience recording, and the sound quality on it is not that great. It's not very good. It's not bad for as far as audience recordings go, and it's from, and the label on here is Deluxe. So just to show you the label here of this bootleg. And once you get over the not very good sound quality of an audience recording, once you get over that, you can appreciate it for what it really is. And someone really captured a good night of Peter Gabriel and his band during the SO tour. And you know, you can hear a lot of the audience. But what's great about this recording is the audience doesn't really talk to the songs. The applause is real loud before and after the song, so it's a good live recording, or a good audience recording, and it captured a great night of the band and a great night on the tour. So really happy to have this now that I've gotten over the really bad sound quality of it. I can actually now appreciate it for what it is, and it's just a good night on the tour. So real happy to have that one. My obsession for Joe Jackson continues. I think I bought 1, 2, 3, 4 of his records. So let me just go through these real quick. Joe Jackson looks sharp. I love this album. This is a fun album. I believe this came out in '79, and it has a song that I didn't realize he was the originator of. A song called "Got the Time," which back in the day was recorded and released by Anthrax. I didn't know it was a cover of this, so I had no idea Joe Jackson even wrote that song. So I looked in the back and said, wow, Got the Time. I wonder if there's an Anthrax song called Got the Time. I put the needle on it, and it's the exact same thing. Which is interesting is, you know, later on, you know, his records would be a little bit more jazz influenced. I guess they were kind of jazz influenced here, but more so later. So it's just interesting. It's very interesting to see the direction he took in later years. Another Joe Jackson record. Haven't heard this one yet, so I can't wait to spin it. It's a soundtrack from a movie called Mike's Murder, and saw this in like a dollar bin, and I thought I'd give it a chance. I've never heard of any of these songs. I don't recall this movie, but I still, you know, I've been into his music the last couple of weeks, and just buying up anything I could find with his name on it. So, and I saw this one, thought I'd give it a chance. If I don't like it, I only invested $1. Okay, this record is interesting. Another Joe Jackson, Big World. And what's interesting about this one, it is a 3-sided record. Live recording of newer songs. Songs that were recorded live in front of an audience. And in between the songs, the audience was told to remain as quiet as possible till they're finished with the song. So, you know, they didn't want to get any audience noise on the recording, which was interesting. Playing in front of an audience, but they're not allowed to make any noise. And like I said, it's 3-sided, so, you know, here's side 3, just to show you where all this, and here's all the songs that's on side 3. And then when we go to turn the record over, side 4, this side contains no music. And it's just a whole side of dead wax. Wow, what an asshole. But, you know, but what is on this record is some amazing songs. Really love pretty much every song on here. It's a great record, and I like the lyric sheet too, because there's no way in the world I could fit this lyric sheet into one frame. But as you can see, words to all the songs here, and they're all written in different languages around the world. English being on the blue side here, and all the album credits as well. So really interesting. It's quite a big fold out, as you can see. Really good packaging. I love this album. The music on here is really upbeat, fun. Like Heart and Soul, recorded in a ballroom with great acoustics, just to get that live big band sound. And they came through on this one. This is a fantastic album. One of my favorites from Joe Jackson. So let me just get it in there. And yeah, so every time I play these Joe Jackson records, they're just fantastic. Another one, I haven't listened to this one yet either, but can't wait because this cover looks real awesome. Beat Crazy, Joe Jackson. Like I said, haven't listened to this one yet. Haven't got time. It's been a busy couple of days with the holiday and all, and Halloween coming up. So I haven't had time to really sit with this one yet, but can't wait. And the last record, one I bought on a whim, because I always liked the title track from this album, and listened to the whole thing last night. It sounded fantastic. Jackson Browne, Running on Empty. Biosite One actually showed this album on one of his videos, and I remember I always liked the song Running on Empty. I always thought that was a great song, and I thought, what the hell, I'll go get the record. And listened to it one night when I was just in a mellow mood, just wanted to chill out, and this album really spoke to me. Every song on it spoke to me, and it was such a great record. And I feel really lucky because my copy came with this book of pictures. I look like it was taken on during one of Jackson Browne's tours back in the late 70s. Let's see if I can get all that in there. And some really nice pictures in here. And you know, this is what CD's missing. Digital download doesn't even try to do this. You know, you get the artwork, the pictures. You get something to really look at, to kick back and just look at while you're listening to the music instead of staring at a little screen. That's what I really love about collecting vinyls. You know, when you get collectible books like this that go with the records, it's fantastic. And some great music on here, like Cocaine is one of my favorites. The Road and Rosie was really nice stuff. Love Needs a Heart, of course Stay, which I always hear on classic rock radio. It's a really fun album. I think Glenn Frey, well, I know Glenn Frey was on one of the records. I believe it was Cocaine. Just a fun album to have. I always liked his music, but never owned any of his records, CDs, tapes. So really glad to have this. I thought I would probably only like maybe one or two songs. Ended up liking the entire album. It's a really good album, but you know, really nice to listen to when you're just chilling, you're just kicking back with a beer, just chilling out, just want to relax. This is good music to listen to. Alright, well that's going to do it there. That's the record haul I brought in for the week. Been listening to that whole stack and just trying to get through it all. Lately I've had trouble just to listen to my records. I want to listen to them before I make a video. That way I can talk about them a little bit better. And my time has been really crazy lately, so I actually had to force myself to make time to listen to records, and it's been an experience. Anyway, that's going to do it, and I hope everyone had a good Halloween. I think by the time you watch it, Halloween is past, and I'll see you at the next video.